India is officially now the chokers. Big matches, India choke.
See, I cannot deny it. But he is making two big statements at this point in time. He has just mentioned India as the chokers. And believe me, this man lives in this country. I don't know what will happen next to him. But yeah, that is a big statement to make, that India are chokers. And somewhere you'll have to believe it, because we have been to semi-finals, we have been to finals, but we haven't gone past that hurdle. Welcome back to One Cricket Unscripted. It is time we talk about India. And I'll start off with saying that India this time around is not the favourites for the World Cup. Do you agree to it?
Yes, of course, I agree that India is not the favourites. Quite a few concerns, quite a few holes in the team, quite a few injury issues. But being an Indian supporter, we still believe they would go the distance.
So you have made statements for other teams that they'll go to certain rounds. It will be a semi-final. It will be a final. When it comes to India, do you really believe that they will win it?
If you look at the team and analyze it in depth, you would say they won't. You would just
So
blatantly
just because
state-
you're an Indian, just because you have that soft corner, you're saying that India will go on to win the World Cup.
Yes, but
Okay.
if you go on to analyze the team, you would blatantly state that this team does not have what it takes to be a champion.
See, that is a bold statement to
Yes,
say
of
that
course.
the team does not have what it takes to win the World Cup. They still have a leader who is an X factor when it comes to captaincy. See, he might not have lit up the world in the international stage, but he has those stars in his favor, the so-called stars.
So, if you're talking about Rohit Sharma's captaincy, I would like to state, means you would say another bold statement. The 5 IPL top titles behind his name, all those are because of a perfect team.
Okay.
That the year he did not get a well-balanced team, that was the last time, we saw what happened.
Okay. So it's the team that wins Rohit Sharma those titles. It's not Rohit Sharma's captaincy that helps Mumbai Indians win the titles. That's a bold statement, and I believe a lot of people will go after you because of the statement that you've just made. Okay, let it be. Let that fact be. But does really, don't you think that we have big match winners when it comes to a batting, a all-rounder slot? They are big match winners. Can they not cover up for those injuries and that misery in the bowling?
See, I would say one thing, that yes, we have players for particular roles. We have big match winners, as in Hardik Pandey. We have players like Surya Kumar Yadav, who could be who is at present the most dynamic batter in T20 cricket. But the thing is, when this team comes under pressure, something happens to this team. In spite of having all the equipments within them, something happens to this team.
Yeah, and this has been happening post 2015.
Yes.
I'll not say post. I guess I'm a bit wrong when I say post 2015. I should say post 2019.
Yeah.
Because we pretty much did well in 2019 because we had Dhoni. We had that belief that despite of whatever can go wrong, that went wrong against New Zealand, we still had a chance as long as he was
there.
He was there.
Yeah. And at present, I just see Hardik Pandya 30% of that MS Dhoni finisher.
Okay.
ठीक है,
So you have that 30% confidence in him, what you had in Dhoni.
Yes.
He's a great match finisher. He's not saying that Hardik Pandya is not a great match finisher. What he's trying to say is that the composure that Dhoni had, the thinking tank that Dhoni is much bigger when you compare him with Hardik Pandya, and even Hardik Pandya will agree to that fact. But yes, okay. I will not be discussing the batting unit anymore. I just want you to highlight, just name the problems that we have. I know one is death bowling. Apart from death bowling, what are the problem areas?
See, I would say that dead bowling is of course a big concern, the 19th over especially. We are faltering in that 19th over. Apart from that, I would say that India, another bold statement, India is officially now the chokers. Big matches, India choke.
See, I cannot deny it. But he is making two big statements at this point in time. He has just mentioned India as the chokers. And believe me, this man lives in this country. I don't know what will happen next to him. But yeah, that is a big statement to make, that India are chokers. And somewhere you'll have to believe it, because We have been to semi-finals, we have been to finals, but we haven't gone past that hurdle.
And one more thing I would like to say is that in that lineup, if you look at the team, that team might be taking the field in the first match or in the matches, the 11. Except Virat Kohli, I don't find that composure. I don't find that calmness. That whatever might be the situation, I will get the team out of it. Yes, to some extent Hardik Pandya, but Surya Kumar Yadav has been very good. He has been doing very well. But under pressure situations, it seems to me that
he tries too much.
Yes.
He tries too much. When it comes to under pressure situation, what I have observed is he tends to go to the offside and try those things. In general, it comes naturally to him. When he sees a ball that is back of length or short, it comes naturally to him. But when the so-called big matches arrive, he tends to force those shots that are natural to him.
See, if you remember the India-Pakistan match in the Asia Cup, that's in the Super 6 stage, there was no reason to play that sweep, trying to play that sweep. You have just come in, why try and play that sweep? So, things that don't come to you naturally, don't do it. Play your natural game. That's the basic thing.
Because everyone here agrees to the fact that once Surya Kumar Yadav is settled, at this point in time, he is the best.
Dangerous batter.
I'll say the best batter in T20I format. Yes, there are options that you can argue with, but I believe in Surya Kumar Yadav. I'll just highlight a fact. I guess 2 months back, I wrote a piece where I highlighted the fact that when these godly figures of India fail, Surya Kumar Yadav might decide the World Cup for us.
Yes,
because if he gets going, the job will get done. If he does not, I don't believe that the likes of Dinesh Karthik and Hardik Pandya can take you through a big match. I'm not talking about a situation where it's 4 overs and 40 runs. I'm talking about a situation where you are 4 down, 3 down, or probably.
I would beg to differ a little bit in this point. I would say that of course Surya Kumar Yadav will be the main point, but with him Hardik Pandey will also be a deciding factor because of the maturity that he showed in the last IPL, coming at the top of the order, batting at number 4, batting at number 3, and taking his team through with the responsibility of captaincy on him. He did a very, very great job, and I believe that he has got those parts in him. But how much will he translate it into the international format? That's the thing.
That is what I don't agree to. I don't believe he has translated that perfectly into international cricket. Because I have seen situations where I thought, this is Hardik Pandya, he's done it in the IPL, he'll anchor the innings now. And that is when he tried something and he got out.
Yes, of course.
So that is why I don't trust him with that. I somewhere don't even trust Surya Kumar Yadav with it. I'll be honest. But I believe in him. I'm not saying that he is the man to do it. But I personally believe in him. That is all I have for Surya Kumar Yadav. See, okay. The bowling concerns, the death over, the 19th over, these are problems and these are big problems. I'll tell you something. Starting off with the first match, the India-Pakistan game, I believe that will set the tempo for the team. And if Bhuvaneshwar Kumar clicks, despite of the result, I'll not guarantee you an India win because I'm not too fool to talk about an India win. I see Pakistan walking into the first match as favourites. I'm an Indian, but I'll talk about what I see and what actually is the fact. You'll agree that
Pakistan is of course the favourites, and not only the favourites in this match, one of the favourites of this tournament also.
Okay, so you'll slot Pakistan alongside which countries to be the favourites for the World Cup?
I would say I see in the semi-finals Australia, New Zealand, Pakistan, and India, South Africa.
I guess you should leave the 4th spot open.
Yes, of course. And one more thing, as we are talking about problems, we have talked a lot about the bowling problems. One more big problem is there, that's in the batting, and that's Rahul. He's been doing excellently well in the recent some matches,
but those are bilaterals.
Yes,
that is what you were going to say.
Yes.
I guess. I know.
Yes.
Those are bilaterals, and there has been a lot of debate at OneCricket about KL Rahul being a bilateral play.
Bilateral bully, I would say.
Again, a bold statement. Bilateral bully is what Pro Buddha Bhattacharya has to say. But, being a bilateral bully or whatever, see, we're not here to criticize KL Rahul. We know it takes a lot to wear that blue jersey
and be in the team.
Be in that team. But we are talking about a situation where you've got that place, now justify it.
Yes.
Because we as fans, we as people who watch cricket want you to justify it. We'll be the happiest people on the planet if KL Rahul smashes 100
And
and
proves
shuts
us
us.
wrong. And proves us
And
wrong.
shots us.
And
shots
the
us
biggest
wrong.
thing is that when KL Rahul's career was at the initial stages, he was being talked about being in the pedigree of Virat Kohli. Someday he will be turned out to be someone of the class of Virat Kohli, but he has not done that. He has got enough time, and he is still considered a junior player. Why? Because he has.
He's 29, I guess.
Yes, and he doesn't have those performances to show.
Yeah, that is a big concern. So basically, what we have as concerned is you have highlighted KL Rahul, the opener that is not working. I am worried about Rohit Sharma, the opener.
See, the thing basically that's happening is Rohit Sharma is a dynamic in the opening slot. When he is a player who would like to get settled at the beginning, but
At this point in time, he has to be the aggressor.
Since KL Rahul is not doing that job, he needs someone to take that, do that job from the
So
other end.
should the team management not be clear about it that KL Rahul, you are here to be the aggressor?
Yes, of course.
So,
You
but
have
I
to
don't think so. They are clear
Yeah.
about it. That
I think KL Rahul is not clear what his role is at the top order, at the opening
so
spot.
you're basically saying that the team management has made it clear, KL Rahul, you be the aggressor.
Yes.
But when it comes down to what happens in the pitch, Rohit Sharma observes that KL Rahul is not getting off the blocks early, so he's taking those risks. That is why he's scoring 15 balls 40s, 15 balls 30s.
Not
And-
getting it big.
Yeah, and the return of the king. We have to talk about the return of the king.
We have to talk about the king.
Yeah.
He means,
Don't you think he's the king?
yes, of course, he is the king.
I don't believe. Off the camera, this guy is a bit biased when it comes to the king. But yeah, on the camera, if he's saying that Virat Kohli is the king, we'll have it. Because
See, jokes apart, you can't compare, means of the camera talks, you know which player I compare to him. You can't compare him to Virat Kohli. He is a class apart.
Yeah.
When you talk about modern
see, I
cricket,
basically call him the prince.
that person.
Yeah, that player. That player is, I categorize him as the prince. The king is the king.
Yes. And when you talk about cricket, when you talk about modern cricket, leave Virat Kohli aside, then start the talk. He is that much way ahead of others.
Yeah. When it comes to mentality, technique, temperament,
Everything.
everything.
And Virat Kohli, we all know that he is the most important player in the Indian setup. He is going to be India's X factor because of his records in Australian grounds.
Not just he, Rohit Sharma, Rishabh Pant. These are the two players who have excellent records in Australia. But Rishabh Pant will be horses for courses, I think.
Yes, of course.
Do you
And
think he'll play against Pakistan? Let me be direct to this fact.
I
Will
don't
he-
think I don't see a place for Rishabh Pant in the team.
I'll say he makes it into the playing 11 in the first game.
I
For
don't
the
see-
first game, specifically for the first game, because of what happened in the Asia Cup.
Asia Cup.
Jadeja came
Yes.
up, Jadeja rescued us. We don't have a left-hander to trust. I don't think so. We can send in Akshar Patel up top and ask him to bat.
See, that could be an idea because when you are sending Akshar Patel, if ever that happens, you just give
That
him the
has
license.
never happened. So I don't think it will ever happen.
But if you give him the license, go in and just do what you want to do. This could preserve someone like Surya Kumar Yadav for a bit later because he is a type of player who can attack from ball one. Though it's a very wayward idea, but I'm saying that's a possibility that you could look at. But given the fact that we don't have any left-hander, Rishabh Pant,
They're tempted to have him.
yes. But I would say still that team management will be backing Dinesh Karthik since the way they have gone about the things in the
So
last
can't
few
you have
series.
both of them in the 11 and go with 5 bowlers?
So who would you like to drop from that top 5?
See, if I am here to take big decisions, these decisions will actually not happen because Indian team management is not bold enough to take them. I'm making a big statement, they're not bold enough to take
Yes.
these decisions. I'll open with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. I'll leave out KL Rahul as the vice captain of the team. And then you have space for Rishabh Pant, the X Factor. It makes sense to me. It makes perfect sense to me. But this will not happen. I'll be honest with it. It will not happen because if they had to do it, they would have done it post the Afghanistan game in the Asia Cup.
They could have groomed Rishabh Pant by now. That this is your job, you have to do these things, but they have not done it. So I
Like,
don't-
why are you handpicking him and putting him in different situations where we know that he'll not play? Why is he opening innings at times when Rohit Sharma has made a bold statement about the fact that KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma are the first preferences when it comes to opening and the second preference is Virat Kohli. So why are you trying him? Why are you
that doesn't
trying
make
to
sense.
destroy his career?
That's what is happening. India is experimenting too much at the top order and they are paying the price in the big tournaments.
Okay. So will they pay the price in the big tournament?
I guess so. As far as heart speaks, I guess they don't. But as far as my mind speaks, I
See,
guess.
I just want you to be analytical here and analyze the team and give me a prediction that this is where they'll go. This is the last hurdle that they can go.
At best, given the team that India have now, at best, the best they can do is semi-finals. The best.
The best they can do is semi-final. I believe the best they can do is the finals. I don't believe they can win it. I don't believe.
I don't
for them
believe
to
they-
believe what you need, you know, there's a situation that needs to happen perfectly for them to win.
Yes.
Everything needs to fall into place.
Now, I would like to just give the Indian fans a bit of hope. That 2017, no one hoped that they would go past the group stage. They won it.
They were underdogs. They were a team full of youngsters. No one had a clue about majority of their players. That is why it turned out to be X Factor. But at this point in time, everyone pretty much knows that a left armer who can swing in the ball is a big challenge for the Indian team.
So means what I would like to state you that hope that I gave was from an Indian fan to all those 1.4 billion people.
I just tried to shatter that hope. I'll not shatter that hope. We can still hope, because if Virat Kohli is in the best form of his life, he can do 80% of the job. The rest 20 can be done by others. And I believe if Rohit Sharma steps up, like remember the
See,
ICC and 2019 World Cup, what
Yes.
Rohit Sharma did. If he can do that and Virat Kohli is also firing, then no one can stop us. I'll say we have a bad bowling lineup, we can concede 200 runs. But if these two guys stand tall,
See, that is the fact. We have the two best batters in the world in our team. The day these two fires together, no one can stop us. But
a day will come. A day will come in this World Cup. A day will come when these two get out early, and that is when we have choked. So hopefully that does not happen. I guess this is all for India that we have.
yes.
Thank you for joining, and we'll be back again with yet another discussion.